This is the most simple breakdown you will ever see on the nutrient selenium. This is a level 1 class. Today we're going to be learning about selenium. Are you deficient in selenium? Let's find out. Selenium is a potent antioxidant. It protects your cells from ROS, reactive oxygen species, okay? Say that with me. Reactive oxygen species. Reactive oxygen species causes oxidative stress on the body. Basically, what oxidative stress means is it's going to cause you aging, it's going to cause cancer, and it's going to cause DNA damage. So we're preventing all of that with selenium as a potent antioxidant. So we're going to have more skin aging. If we let those ROSs run wild, man, we're going to have more skin aging. We're going to be more at risk for cancer, and we're going to have more DNA damage. So that's basically like the number one thing that selenium is going to do for us. Let's look at the cofactors of selenium. Number 1, glutathione. Number 2, vitamin C. And number 3, zinc. Learn about these nutrients if you haven't already. Watch my other videos. I think I have one on zinc so far. I'm going to make one soon on glutathione and vitamin C. Next is the cognitive health benefits. If you want to be busting in school, you guys better be taking selenium, okay? So, if you want to max out your cognitive health, take selenium. We'll tell you how to take selenium later and why I don't recommend supplementing it, and that can be dangerous. I'll tell you why later. Next, its benefits on thyroid function. Now, you probably don't know what thyroid is. If you do, that's good. But your thyroid makes T4 and T3. You don't have to know what that means. But what T3 does, basically, is it helps with fat mobilization. So it literally helps your body burn fat. And it also helps with growth and development. I know you guys are some of you are still young. Some of you are in your teen years. You're still in your growth period. Do you want to be growth maxing? Do you want to grow taller? Then you gotta make sure you're getting enough selenium, okay? Every single day. Next, it helps with DNA synthesis. So specifically in fetal development as well. If you're trying to grow a healthy baby, you need to be getting the adequate amount of selenium. I think it was like 70 micrograms per day for someone who's like either breastfeeding or in utero, I think. Next is its benefit on fertility. Fertility and sperm production. Very important for male health, and also helps with fertility of female health as well. All right, that's the first slide done. Second slide, we're going to figure out how to get the most amount of selenium possible in your diet. And again, with any nutrient, less is usually actually more. Why? Because taking a lot of something can actually inhibit other nutrients that you're taking. For example, look at this. So this is what, on this side, is what inhibits selenium. On this side is what enhances selenium. So let's look at what inhibits selenium. Okay, high copper, high zinc, high iron. Why? Because they compete for absorption. So more is actually worse in context of most nutrients that you're getting. You want to have less, and you want to be focusing on just that specific nutrient, and maybe other nutrients that don't compete with it as much. Let's look at what inhibits selenium. This side is what inhibits. Heavy metals, specifically mercury, cadmium, and arsenic. What are these found in? Well, mercury, cadmium, arsenic. Arsenic is found in rice, so make sure you're avoiding rice. Cadmium is found in chocolate and dark chocolate. Mercury is found in seafood, primarily big fish and shellfish. So you can also help detox from these specific heavy metals by using milk thistle. I forgot about that. That just came into my head. So if you're supplementing with milk thistle, this is going to help bring these down if you're getting them in your diet. So if you're eating anything like rice, if you're eating anything like shellfish, seafood, chocolate, anything like that, you want to be taking milk thistle supplement. Or you can just avoid those foods in general. But that's my biggest tip if you're still having those. Next is high copper. You don't want to be taking high copper at the same time that you're having selenium, okay? It's going to inhibit, they're going to compete for absorption. Nutrients compete for absorption if you didn't know this. So you want to be getting nutrients kind of one at a time, kind of focusing one at a time nutrients throughout the day. Maybe in the morning you're focusing on like zinc or something like that. Maybe in the afternoon you're focusing on like calcium, I don't know. Maybe at nighttime you're focusing on iron. Just splitting up your specific nutrients throughout the day. Phytates. Anything that comes in grains, specifically like nuts and seeds, you want to be avoiding while you're having selenium, basically, because they block that. Next is calcium, high calcium, and high sulfate. Don't have these at the same time that you're taking selenium or you're getting your selenium somehow, maybe through your diet. Now let's look at what enhances. What enhances it? Let's see. Vitamin A. Where can you get vitamin A, James? I don't know what that means. I only know the letters. I don't know where to get. Oh, calm down. I'll tell you. Vitamin A you can get from eggs. You can also get vitamin A from seafood, like fish or salmon, if you like that. I don't know. But eggs, everybody likes eggs. Bro, if you don't like eggs, don't lie to me. You like eggs, bro. Okay? All right. Vitamin C. Vitamin C you can get from... honestly, there's negligible amounts in like meat and stuff like that. But if you're carnivore, I'm personally carnivore. I'll explain later. Not in this video. But if you want to vitamin C max, I would recommend bell peppers. Specifically the small, like, I think it's the orange or the yellow ones that have the most vitamin C in them. But you're going to get so much vitamin C if you get the vitamin C from the peppers. Now, vitamin E is next. Vitamin E I think you can get from annatto or soy or something like that. There's not a lot of... Me personally, I get vitamin E from a supplement. So I get tocotrienols, which is from a plant called annatto. You can look it up, and if you're focusing on vitamin E, you can get the supplement as well. I don't have any other current recommendations on vitamin E right now. But next is what enhances selenium is if you get selenium from a protein source. Because when selenium's bound to specific amino acids, it's absorbed more efficiently through the body than synthetic forms. This is another reason why you shouldn't supplement selenium and that you should be getting it from a natural source. Like these foods that I'm going to describe right now. Selenium jackpot foods. This is going to be the jackpot of selenium. Yeah, you like that word jackpot, don't you? Because you probably freaking gamble or something. You're probably into that. You like that buzzword, jackpot. Anyway, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts contain 68 to 91 micrograms per nut. That's per nut. That's crazy. So you're going to fill your daily value by just eating one nut, bro. Like, the daily value is 55 micrograms. The upper limit is 400 micrograms and should not be exceeded. Do not exceed 400 micrograms, especially if you're supplementing, which don't supplement, please. But don't exceed 400 micrograms. You can get like nausea, you can get like dizziness, you can just have all these sorts of toxicity problems. There are side effects to these if you go over the upper limit. If you stay within the healthy range, there will be no side effects. In 100 grams of Pacific oysters, which I've talked about before in previous videos, you can get 154 micrograms. That is a ton. I want to look up one thing real quick, because I'm not 100% how selenium is absorbed, so this is going to be live information right here. Is selenium water soluble, or does it have to? Okay, it doesn't really. Okay, so it's not water soluble, it's water insoluble, which means your stomach does not require acidity to break it down. It also doesn't require fat to break it down, so you can kind of just have selenium by itself and just focus on that. Again, you can get selenium from Brazil nuts, oysters. The last thing you can get it from is blue mussels. Blue mussels containing 90 micrograms. All right, these are the 3 foods you're going to be focusing on when you're getting your selenium, okay? When you think selenium, I want you to think these 3 foods: Brazil nuts, Pacific oysters, and blue mussels. Say that again with me. Brazil nuts, Pacific oysters, and blue mussels. All right. Last tip, but not least, certainly not least, I don't want you guys to supplement it at all costs. There's been associations with the supplementation of selenium and the growth of cancer and cancer tumor cells. So I don't want you guys getting cancer or anything. So I really want you guys to get selenium from these real food sources, from these whole food sources, like Brazil nuts, Pacific oysters, blue mussels. What did we learn today? Selenium is a really good nutrient that helps protect the cells from reactive oxygen species. When we have less reactive oxygen species affecting our cells, we have less skin aging, we have better overall skin pigmentation, we have less acne because our body's able to correctly use zinc and stuff like that. And we just have less DNA damage, we have more cell growth, we have more fat burning, we have better fertility and sperm mobilization, and we have better growth and development and DNA synthesis. Guys, selenium is such an underrated nutrient, and we need to be getting it in our diet. We need to make sure we're getting enough selenium. Breaking it up throughout the day, separate from these foods, taking it with these foods, and just maxing out our genetic potential. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this, you can go in the description and join our Research Academy community, which is in our Discord server. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.